Welcome, Natalja.
Hello, Vanka.
Thank you for taking the time to share your experiences with us. For the teachers out there that are listening to us, can you tell us a bit about what your job is and how your school is like?
I work with children who are in the kindergarten, and and I work with children who are from 1 to 9 grade. Last year, I also held some courses with adults, but since the situation with COVID, we have quit these courses, and so I only teach at school, and I teach English.
Mm-hmm. So you're an English teacher. So tell me a bit about your challenges or your needs before attending the course.
Yes, as I already told you while we were in Tenerife, I didn't apply for this course. My colleague did, but due to several reasons, she couldn't take part. And my headmaster asked if I wanted to go because she thought that some ideas could be useful in my classes. That's why I had one day to think over and to decide yes or no. So I took this challenge. It was the first experience to go to abroad courses with Erasmus. And yes, but I had some worries before going. I didn't know if this topic will be useful in my classes. How will I use all this information? But luckily, it turned out that I can use everything, and I can apply some things in classes with small kids and also with teenagers.
So you had to take the decision very quickly whether to attend or not, and one of your worries was that you will not be able to apply this kind of drama techniques in your English classes. So what made you go for it?
What made me go? I think it is my adventurous part of my personality. I had only one day to decide, and I thought that it will be very extreme for me to go to meet new people, to find out something more about your country, and at the end of the day in which I had to decide, I thought maybe something will be useful for me there.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about the course. Describe the course in your own words.
In your course, we were supposed to improve our skills as facilitators in the theater classes. We had to learn some theater techniques, some methods which to use in the class to motivate, to stimulate students to learn. And what I liked the most, that we didn't have this typical theoretical part when we had to sit in the class and write the notes and discuss some things, but we had practical activities. And after doing them, we had this theoretical basics. This was very good because it was interesting. It was not boring, and you had an opportunity to
practice. No?
to practice. Yes.
Yeah, so what you liked was that our teaching style is about first doing and learning by doing, and then reflecting and learning about it.
Yes, and what the second part, which I liked very much, was that it was very informal style of teaching. Everybody you had to feel free, friendly, open, nothing like an academic style of teaching. Mm-hmm. That was good.
Why was this important for you?
I suppose because of many years studying at the university, and I didn't want to go so far to sit in the class and just write down some notes and get a theoretical part which I actually can find on the internet. So it was very good to practice, to share experience, not just to sit and listen.
So what else did you learn in the course?
I learned some new techniques and methods to use in my classes. And besides that, I learned to be more self-confident to do all these things by myself. Because as I already told you, I am not that open and that creative to go and present myself and do like kind of crazy things. I'm more like a reserved person, but in your course, I had to step out of my comfort zone. And it was a very big challenge for me, but at the end, I understood that it was very useful, because now in my classes with my students, I can apply some methods and techniques with role playing or dialogues, where I can ask them to be more creative, even jump around the class and scream if we need, and dance and sing. But of course, sometimes we are so loud that our head teacher comes and asks, "What are you doing here in your English classes?" Then I say, I learned these techniques in Tenerife, so I'm applying them now. Sorry for disturbing other school. Something like that.
Yeah, so by the fact that you experienced yourself the techniques and the methods in Tenerife, empowered you to be able to practice them and take the courage to do them in your own class.
Exactly, Anka. Yes, I am more creative now.
Great, that's great to hear. So, what other ideas did you get? New ideas during the course in Tenerife?
If speaking about the ideas, then I would say that after this course, I was more motivated to look for and search for similar courses to take part. And I recommend all my colleagues to take part in the Erasmus courses, not too afraid to go, to use your experience to share the ideas, to do everything what the course is supposed to be about. And like the main idea is that you don't have to be afraid to step out of the comfort zone. Just go and do.
And what about the methods that you learned? Can you tell us a bit more about the techniques, the methods that you learned?
Yes, if to speak about methods which I use now with my children who are in the kindergarten, then we do a lot of improvisation. I ask them to imagine that they are an animal or an object or anything what we are learning about, to move, to sing. And the method which I use with teenagers, I already told you that it is a role playing. And when we learn some dialogues, we make them like a role play, like a small improvisation theater for some minutes. And they are very happy, because then they have an opportunity to express themselves, how they feel this. And I think they think that I have started to think of their feelings during the class. If they understand this dialogue, that it is very sad, then they play it like a sad one. But maybe they think that it's about something very happy, and then they do happy dialogues. So some things which are like last year, I decided how we will do things, and now I let them to decide how will they present, how they feel, what they want to do.
So how was the first time after the course when you implemented some techniques in the school? How did you feel?
Some students were very surprised because they didn't get used that their teacher is so creative. She was away for 10 days. She returned and she was completely a different person. Some of my students didn't want to take part at the very beginning. They were shy, they were reserved, they refused to do the things. But then after some time, then they saw how interesting it was for the other classmates. Now I can say that all of my students, they are asking, when are we going to do the role play? When are we going to do some improvisation? Then I have to say that, okay, we will do the practical grammatical part and then I will let you as a gift. And yes, students like it very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great to hear that you put it into practice, give it a try, and also had patience with the students to get used to your new teaching style after the course.
Of course, and I also understood in Tenerife that it's impossible to ask all the students to participate at the moment. Somebody needs like more time than others, and you have to be patient. You have to give a chance to prove that it is good, it is useful, it is interesting, and you can do it. Mm-hmm. It takes time.
Yes, yes. That's very important element. So what about in the course, what did you learn from the teachers, the trainers' teaching style from Pilar?
Yes, I liked Pilar very much, and you also. I like that your style is very informal, that you teach like I don't know how to say it even in English, that like it's not even a teaching. And it's just sharing ideas, doing role plays, doing some tasks, and then a discussion, and then you acknowledge that, oh yes, really, this is the theoretical part, but it's through the exercises, through the activities. I like this style very much, and if to confess, I try to apply it also in my classes. Like it, not to be just a teacher who says it's like that, but I let my students to come to this conclusion by themselves, and then we discuss what is it from the theoretical part.
Yeah, we think that learning is the best when people don't know that they're actually learning. No, it's when it's done. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else about the teaching style?
No, I guess the main idea is that it is informal, and that theoretical part comes after the practical part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how would you say that you're different now after the course than before?
Now in my classes I use more these role plays, more improvisations, maybe some methods in teaching when we do the practical part and then theoretical part afterwards. Like it is seen in my class activities and also in my teaching style. It has changed a little bit, of course.
So before attending the course, you were worried that you would not be able to apply these techniques to teaching English.
Exactly.
How do you feel about these techniques being applied to other subjects than theater itself?
Actually, I understood that all these teaching techniques can be used in every subject in school. It's up to teacher how you understand, how you understand the technique, how you will use it in your class. It's not only in language classes where you can use all these drama techniques. In every class, actually, you can you can apply drama technique even in ITC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you talked with your colleagues in your school about this course?
Yes, of course. Like a couple of weeks after I returned from the Tenerife, all my colleagues came to me and I made a presentation. I told about everything I experienced in Tenerife. They were very interested, excited. Some of them also started to use some of these techniques. I guess I inspired some of them to apply for Erasmus courses, because basically all teachers are worried about English, that they won't be able to communicate, to understand. I think that some of them were inspired by my story, and they applied for the courses.
Yes, great. So what would you think that are the obstacles for the other teachers to attend the courses? What would be why would they hesitate?
I think that the main reason is this language obstacle. They are afraid to, even if they understand, they afraid to speak. But as I usually say them that if you want to start speaking, then you will be afraid all the time. Just say one word and the others will follow. And
so from your experience to our course, what would be your advice to these teachers?
If to speak about your courses, then I would say that English is a very small part to worry about, because everything is through body language, through expressing yourself, through emotions. And at the end of the course, I thought that I already had started to understand Spanish. When Pilar spoke, I could catch the idea even without translating into English. And of course, it's a very good and experience, which I suppose every teacher should take.
Great. So to sum up, what would be the three main benefits for you for attending our course in Tenerife?
The first, of course, is this theoretical basics and theoretical part, which is also presented in a practical part. So theoretical combination with the practical part, which you can go through on the spot. And the second, of course, is meeting new people, sharing the ideas, experiences. And the third part is, which is also very important, is that we had an opportunity to visit your country, to live in a cultural center, and to see fantastic places, and meet local people, talk to them, and absolutely fell in love in Tenerife.
So great to hear that you liked also the environment where we had the course. Tell me about the locations, the different locations where we had a course. What did you feel about them?
Yes, we were very happy that our course was located in the center of Santa Cruz. And we had just 1 minute to go from our hotel to the course, and we liked that we didn't have to live in this tourist center and tourist part of Tenerife, because then we didn't have any opportunity to find out about this historical part. We liked the accommodations very much.
And what about your free time? How did you spend your free time after the course?
I want to thank you one more time again for giving us some hints what to see and where to go. And in our free time, we try to see as much as possible. We rent a car, we went around the island, took pictures, made videos, got feelings and emotions and great memories from your place.
So what would be your best memories from the course?
I would say the best memory, of course, is that feeling and that atmosphere which we had in your country. I wouldn't like said that it was learning or it was nature or they were people. I would say that it was all together, the atmosphere of this country, and yes, it was the atmosphere.
Great. So if you would be to use 3 words to describe your experience?
3 words. Knowledge. I gained more. I gained self-confidence to be creative and motivate my students and apply techniques. I would say this is more like motivation and good memories.
Great. Great to hear. We're so happy to have had you on our course. It was a great experience, and thank you for taking the time to share with us and teachers all over Europe your experiences. And we hope to see you at another course in the future.
Thank you, Anka, very much. Let us know if you can apply for any other courses in Tenerife. I hope that the situation in the world with COVID will change as soon as possible, so everybody can continue applying for very good courses, which yours is like really good. I would like to say those who are still hesitating, don't be afraid. Take your chance if it is possible. It's also an opportunity to find something new, to share experience, to meet new people. So let's hope that we will have this opportunity very soon.
Great. Thank you so much, Natalja.